From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for August 26, 2016. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at each of the U.S. currency pairs because we've had such a sleepy market this week. The market has somewhat been consolidating all week long. We haven't had any significant news to drive the market out of these tight ranges or consolidation that we've been in. So what we're going to be looking for is something to motivate the market to break out of some of these ranges that we've been in for these currency pairs. Let's take a look at the NZDUSD, New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Fortunately, earlier on this week, we were able to take a buy at the bottom of what has been a longer term range, the black box that we see here. We saw it dip down into support here, came back up, came back down a second time, got back above the green zone. So we took a buy and have been sitting in with profit since then. Now what we're waiting on is that breakout scenario that I just spoke about. If we can get it to break through the pink shaded area, we'll look for some more profit on the trade. If suddenly the market reverses and starts moving back lower again, we may look for reversal once again for the New Zealand dollar. So at least at this point, we need a breakout of this pink shaded area, which is 73.25 down to 72.95. We need it to break out of that zone. Here's something, a different, interesting way to look at it. You see the highs coming along here, and you see the lows coming along here. So if that ascending triangle pays out, we might look for that breakout to the top side for the New Zealand dollar. Moving over to the AUDUSD, the Australian US dollar, we've been following this green trend line all week long. But the market again here has been in such a tight range, period of congestion. We have a trade going from the 7,600 level, 35 pips of profit seen on that trade. Let's go ahead and zoom it in here on the daily time frame. You can see we bought it down here at the pink zone. Take a look at the past 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even the 6-day finding support at 7,600. So the buy that we took earlier this week was down here at the pink shaded area. As it touches the blue zone, you're looking to close some profit. If it can break through there, we might look for a continuation higher. On the other side, if the market turns back around and goes back underneath the pink zone, we'll look for some reversal for the Australian dollar. But right now, we're just kind of stuck in here, and we need a breakout above the blue zone or below the pink zone before we can look for a continuation for the Australian dollar. Moving on over to the USDJPY, similar situation. We've been stuck in an area of congestion over the past few days. The black box down here at the bottom right. The blue trend lines representing somewhat of a triangle pattern down here at the bottom right-hand corner of the chart. Zooming in here on the daily time frame, it really makes it easier to see those two blue trend lines here. Let's actually take it down to the 4-hour time frame, and now you can see the blue triangles. And now you can see the market's just been capped by the 100.60 level. No real advance of that. If we're looking for it to continue higher, it will need to break through that blue zone. If it's going to go lower in the direction of the trend, we would look for the break of the green zone. So right now, if you're focused on the direction of the trend, you're likely looking at selling opportunities into the blue zone, where the risk is pretty well known if it breaks above the blue shaded area for the US yen. Moving on over to the USDCAD. We've been following this currency pair into resistance all week long as well. Let's go ahead and zoom it in here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days now finding resistance right around the 100 period moving average. And the mid 129s has been holding there as resistance. At this point, we need one of two things. It will need to either break out above the blue zone or break out below the orange zone if we're looking for a continuation for the USDCAD. Right now, and earlier this week, we actually took a sell into the blue shaded area. So if you're looking for an opportunity, any rally into that blue zone may become an opportunity to go short in the direction of this previous momentum. Otherwise, if it settles down here to support at the orange zone, maybe a buy opportunity. Watch some news coming up to see if that support's going long on the USDCAD. GBPUSD, nothing really new here. Let's go ahead and just take it down to the 4-hour. Take a look at this. Green zone holding as resistance right now, and the blue zone holding as support. So again, what we need to look for here, if we're looking for it to go up in the direction of the red trend line, buying into the blue shaded area or a break above the green zone become your opportunities. If you're looking for a reversal, selling the green zone or a break under the blue zone may be an opportunity. We had some news out of the UK earlier today, but doesn't seem to have broken it out of this slow-moving market that we've seen over the past couple of days. Moving over to the euro, in this currency pair, we actually took a trade yesterday, only sitting with about 2 pips of profit on it right now, and haven't seen anything extraordinary out of this trade. Let's go ahead and zoom it down to the 4-hour time frame. Haven't even had an opportunity to go break even. What we've been looking for is resistance at the orange zone, which we have found. It has done that for the past day or so. And we're looking for it to go back down to the yellow shaded area now that we're underneath that orange shaded area. Our risk, of course, is pretty clear that it breaks above the orange shaded area and starts working its way back higher. So if you're in the trade, it's been a slow mover. So we just need it to get some motivation and start moving back down towards the yellow zone. And again, our risk, stop loss, is above the orange zone for the euro dollar. Moving on over to the US franc. Nothing really new here. Finding resistance into the blue zone. Let's go ahead and take it down to the 4-hour. Take a look at that. Just finding resistance at the blue zone. Nothing really new here. We just need a breakout. If it's going to go up, it needs to break out above the 9690 or so level, 9700. Needs to get above there if it's going to go back up to the yellow shaded area. If it can't, maybe a dip back down here towards the orange zone becomes a support. But right now, it just kind of settled out here, right around the 9670, 9695 level, and nothing really happening here for this pair. Again, we either need to break above the blue zone, or if it finds resistance and starts working its way back down, we'll look for the orange zone as support, and then of course a break underneath there. We look for the continuation lower for the US franc.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.